we're going to do an overview of the CRM module. We're going to look at the CRM module as well as the settings for it and workflows. So we'll begin with settings. If you're an administrator of the platform, you should have access to system settings by clicking the icon in the upper right and system settings. If you don't see that, contact your administrator. Once you're in the system settings, on the left you'll see CRM. Clicking that will reveal the 7 sections that you can customize your CRM. Most of these already have default information in them, but you'll want to review them anyway. The first is agreements. This allows you to upload or cut and paste templated agreements that you can then send to your client digitally to sign inside the platform. And you can have as many agreements as you want. Contact settings allows you to determine whether an individual contact or all the contacts at a company can see the records related to a particular company. Drop-downs. There are a variety of drop-down options across the various records in a CRM. These all have default information. You can go in and change these to whatever make most sense for your company. The lead generation form allows you to customize a form that you can put on your marketing website using this code, and that way anyone who fills out that form on your website will end up as a lead in the CRM. And then for those leads, as well as the ones you put in manually, we have a lead scoring system. Again, we've put a value in each of these fields. Each of these represents a field on a lead record. You can go in and change that number to anything that you want it to be. We've got some numbers in there for you to start with. And then every record in the CRM has a stage. And this helps you identify where it is in the process that you have for your internal process and flows. Again, there's defaults in there now, but you can go and customize those. And then those stages support the widgets. The widgets are those icons that you see on the various dashboards. You can go in and set the date range for those widgets, as well as which departments have permission to see those widgets, so that the users will be able to put those on their dashboard. The second part of the setting up is workflows. And these are automations inside the system that you can build to have the system do something. For example, when a new lead is entered into the system, send an email to a salesperson, assign a salesperson to it, give a salesperson a task, maybe update some fields in that automatically. All those things are examples of what you can do in workflow automation so that you don't have to do it manually yourself. And there are a number of workflow automations built into the system. You can amend any of those that you want, and then you can create as many as you want as well. With that set up, you can dive right into the CRM itself. It's made up of 4 components: leads, companies, contacts, and opportunities. These are 4 different types of records. We'll start with leads. Whether someone fills out a form on your website, or you manually enter it in, or you import, maybe you got a list from somewhere. Those leads come into the system here. You can use the filters on the left to sort through all the leads that you have. You can use the checkboxes on the far left to take a mass action against a number of records. So maybe you wanted to add a note to 50 different records all at one time, you'd be able to do that. You can click the edit pencil to actually make changes to that record itself, all the different fields that are available. And you can click into the record itself and then see what that record looks like. And for the leads view, you also have a board view, which lets you see the leads across the different stages, and you can drag and drop that information across the stages as you see fit. Leads are converted into companies' contacts and the opportunities. Company records, those house all of the information for the particular company. So as you're adding records throughout the platform that you're connected to here, then all those records will appear in that company record. Gray indicates that there are records for you to view. Red indicates that there are no records yet. And all the company records can have multiple contact records. So here you'll have a list of all their contacts. You can click into that contact to see their particular record themselves. When you're looking at a record, it has 3 panels. The left panel is all the field information for that particular record, which you can edit at any time. The right panel will show you some creation information, and then if this record could be connected to a single other record, it'll have it here. In this case, this contact is connected to this company. These aren't on the right panel because you can have multiple opportunities or estimates. So those all come in the center panel. The side panels can be closed so that you can have full access to the information. And again, you can have a list of all the information and all the records that you have for a particular contact. You can also shadow your clients, and that is if you've given your clients access to the CRM, you'll be able to shadow and see what they see so that if they have questions, you'll be able to answer those. And the last part of the CRM is opportunities. And this is your sales pipeline. So it looks very similar to all the other listing views, the filters, the checkboxes, all the actions that you can take. But there's a board view for the opportunities. Again, that's going to show you all of the opportunities across the various sales process stages you have, and it'll show you the value, the number of opportunities, and again, you can drag and drop those across the different stages. And that's a quick overview of the Senegal CRM system.